In this video, I would like to discuss an important topic. When you have product lifting on quite a while on your nails, if it's not fixed on time, eventually it may lead to different problems, one of which is greeny on the nail. And I will show you what happened to my client, why it happened, and how we're going to fix it. Also, I would like to try my new electric nail file by Melodysusie. Coming up. Hello guys, this is Anastasia. Let's unpack M-Series Melodysusie rechargeable nail drill. And here we have a manual, and this is the nail drill. It is white with some chrome pink right here. Handpiece is chrome pink with Melodysusie logo. Carbide and ceramic drill bits, these are going to work very well for product removal. Plastic stand for the handpiece so you can comfortably keep it. And we also have a cord, but this is rechargeable nail drill, so you only need to charge it and then you can work without the cord. A set of diamond drill bits with some sand bands and a holder for the handpiece, which we can secure right here. So then when you will be working on it and put it on your belt, you can put the handpiece right here. Here we can see the battery level and also the RPMs. So first you need to turn on the speed. Let's say we want 15,000 rotations per minute, and then you choose the direction, whether it's forward or reverse. I think it's very convenient because you do not need to turn off the speed all the time. You can just keep it, let's say at 15 or 20, the speed that you most use, and then you simply turn it on. To change the beat, simply rotate this part until you hear a click and you see this opened lock. Install the nail drill bit and then lock it back until you hear the click. Check if it's secured, and now it's all good. Now let's check the noise. I'm going to turn it on to the max speed. Wow, it's so quiet. If you forgot which rotation you turn on, you can always see it right here. So this one will mean forward, and you can see that it's rotating clockwise. And this one is reverse, counterclockwise. This is my model. She had soft gel extensions, and after 4 weeks they started lifting near the cuticles. So she decided to use a nail glue to attach them back. It helped her a little, but after 3 to 4 days they started lifting again. So she used more glue to glue them back. It was a very bad idea. Please do not ever do this. Do not use nail glue to attach the lifted area of the nails, because this is what may happen. You will see it in a few moments, but first we need to remove the product. I start by filing off the free edge. The speed is 30,000 rotations per minute, and this electric nail file works great. I'm using drum-shaped bit. This is carbide bit that comes in the kit, and as you can see, it's working great. I feel like it's cutting butter with a hot knife. However, I'm not sure that this bit will be enough to remove the product on the top, because we have multiple layers of gel polish, we have top coat, and we also have plenty of nail glue. So I will be using a different kind of carbide bead that I have. This one is called 5-in-1. And when you're filing off the product from the top and you know that the product is lifted, you need to be careful. You should not apply too much pressure and make sure that you're not filing the lifted area itself. First, you need to file off the product that is not lifted. At this point, I lowered the speed a little bit. Now it's 28,000 rotations per minute. And I have to say, this is so far the most powerful rechargeable portable electric file from Melodysusie that I tried. It has enough power to do product removal, whether you're using acrylic, gel or polygel. You can do fills, you can do dry manicure, so technically anything you would like to do with electric nail file. There is a little product lifting almost on each nail, like on this one, along the sidewalls, but the nail looks okay, so I'm going to file the product from the top, and then I switch to the next nail, and this is when I realized this is not going to be that easy. As I was filing off the top coat and the color, I noticed something green on the nail. If you ever see something like this on your nail or on your client's nail, please first of all do not panic. Most people assume that this is fungus, but not necessarily. Actually, you cannot 100% tell what it is unless you do special tests. We can see that this nail is lifted almost completely. Only the part that is on the free edge is still holding up. And this is what happened. It was lifting and she added some glue in the center of the nail, but it's almost impossible to add the glue very well when you have lifting. So most of the times you will only add it near the cuticle area, and the rest of the area will have some bubbles. When you take a bath or even wash your hands, a little bit of moisture is going to get inside of this lifting. Like, it's almost impossible to avoid this. So when you use glue, especially for the second time, this is how this moisture is going to get trapped inside of the lifting, and this is what eventually will happen. Welcome bacteria called Pseudomonas. This bacteria proliferates under high moisture conditions with a lack of airflow, living inside of the lifted area of the product where it's dark, moisty, warm, and no airflow. They just found their perfect home. This condition is also sometimes called green nail syndrome, where the Pseudomonas bacterium infects and takes over the nail and nail bed. Sometimes the infection starts small, often occurring in one part of the nail or on a single nail. Eventually it spreads to cover the entire nail and potentially to other nails. The color is usually a solid color green, but it can also appear yellowish or blue-green. Many people mistake green nail syndrome for toenail fungus, especially in mild cases where the green hasn't fully developed. However, green nail syndrome has no fungus involvement. Fungus treatments will be ineffective with green nail. However, you can develop both conditions at the same time. The highest risk factors for green nail are situations where you keep the nail in moist and cramped conditions. For example, if you wear tight-fitting athletic shoes and exercise for long periods, you can create a high moisture situation with your toes that could help the bacteria grow. Or using nail glue for product lifting, like in this case. What should we do when it happened already? First of all, we need to remove the product, not only the lifted part, but to remove it completely. And since we have some of the free edge of the natural nail, we can now slightly file it and shape it. As you can see, her natural nails are not in the best condition, so it will make sense to file them as short as possible. In some mild cases, sometimes you can just slightly buff the surface of the nail and you will not see any green residue anymore. But if it was sitting there for a few days, like we have now, please do not try to file it off because you will end up damaging natural nails. Technically, we don't really need to do anything else because now we have this airflow, we do not have any moisture trapped, so we do not need to worry about these bacteria. They will not survive in this environment anymore. But if you notice that it's getting worse, like the green area is getting bigger, or it's also appearing on another nails, then it is time to see doctor as soon as possible. I do not recommend doing any kind of enhancements, whether this is gel overlay or especially extensions. So I'm just going to do some natural nail care to remove the product, to remove the glue residue, and then we're going to do dry manicure. Prevention is the best treatment. The first step in prevention is a clean environment and proper application. Protect yourself and your client by holding to industry standards. Shortcuts can result in infection. Next, educate your clients about nail care. During a client first appointment, instruct them not to pick, pry, or glue their nails. Don't wait until they glued or cracked a broken nail to tell them about trapped bacteria and green spots. When a client glues the nail, they increase the risk of trapping bacteria under the nail. Using glue for the nails can be safe only when it's used to attach the broken part of the free edge. I repeat, Never use nail glue for product lifting. The only case when it is okay when the nail was broken and there is some wound coming, it's very painful, you can glue it back for 1 day only until you see your nail technician. But do not let this nail glue stay there for more than 2 days, because this can be the result. It is very common when something like this happens, the clients want to disguise it as fast as possible. They're asking for nail extensions, for nail overlays. I've seen it on the internet so many times, different transformational videos where nail technicians are simply covering this nail with acrylic extensions. In my opinion, this is completely unprofessional, unacceptable, and most importantly, dangerous. Yes, it is going to look great at the moment and the client might be happy at this particular day, but this is not going to work well in the long run. I recommend doing product removal, then you can do cuticle care and manicure. I decided to do dry manicure as I normally do, and then you can apply regular nail polish. Ideally, if it will be transparent, so you can see through and check if the color is actually outgrowing as normal. Usually it is not going to take long, it depends on the area where the green spots are located. Here the green spot is almost on the free edge, which means it's going to take about a month until it fully grows, and then we can do new extensions or overlays. By the way, Pseudomonas is a common household bacteria that thrive in many environments, including water and moist soil. Most of the time, the nail bed and the nail plate do not provide a sustainable environment for these bacteria to grow. There are times, however, when conditions are perfect and happy bacteria make a home either on top of the nail bed and under the natural nail, or on top of the natural nail and under an enhancement. Advanced cases will appear as a dark green or even black spots on the nail. This is not mold. Mold is a fungus. Green spots are bacterial, and the bacteria Pseudomonas that causes the majority of green nails can be present almost anywhere, on plants and animals, in soil, and even in water. Because these bacteria are so prevalent, people can develop green nails from a Pseudomonas infection even if they don't have nail enhancements. All it takes is for the skin under the nail to be compromised and then exposed to the Pseudomonas bacterium. Meanwhile, I'm finished with the first part of the dry manicure, and this electric nail file is definitely suitable for dry manicure as well, and I'm going to using this a lot since I will be changing my locations during next few months, and portable electric nail file is very suitable for me. By the way, I think her nails look so much better now, right? And now we can use a clear nail polish to make them look slightly better, and do not forget to use cuticle oil. The link as well as the discount code will be in the description box as usual. Let me know, guys, if you enjoyed this video and learned something new, and have you ever developed a condition like this? Share your story in the comments if you did, and if you didn't, I hope this video will be very helpful so you will never know what a green nail is. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post educational videos just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye.